welcome to yet another episode of our special series, The Shining Schools of India. I'm Vani and today I'm at the Genesis Global School, Noida. Well, I'm here to find out how this school stands apart from the rest and to discover different aspects of the school. So let's quickly begin our journey and learn more about the school.
I'm supporting the culture of the school to help each one to know himself or herself and deliver accordingly.
Entering the Genesis Global School early in the morning is a beautiful sight, with children indulging in many play school activities. The tiny tots are given a daily dose of many fun-filled exercises to charge them up for the day.
Tell us more about the learning techniques here in the school.
When we look at the classroom and how the children learn in the primary years, it is more inquiry based. We get the children to think on issues, on simple topics, on larger issues, on local to global issues, and then once they are thinking on it, they are looking at answers for those questions. So when I say inquiry based learning, that's what inquiry based learning is. Something else which we also focus a lot on and we feel very proud of is inclusive education. And we have children with special needs who are also part of these classrooms with full support coming in from the special needs department, working with the children and doing the things the others are doing, but in their own smaller, broken up way.
Since it's interval time for most of the students, let's also talk about the kind of lunch and breakfast, the kind of meals these students get.
We have two systems, so we've got boarders as well on our school campus and day scholars. So if you look at the meals, boarders are getting all the meals, lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all those meals. Whereas the day scholars who come to our school, they are provided with breakfast, and then there's a juice at around 11 o'clock, and then there's lunch.
The charm of a school always lies in seeing the little ones lead a carefree life in the protection of their teachers. But the real training begins only once they reach the senior school. So now, let's go explore the senior sections of Genesis Global School.
Spread over 30 acres in close proximity to Delhi, Genesis Global School boasts a Wi-Fi campus, complete with spacious e-classrooms, well-equipped laboratory, multimedia library, computer and robotics labs. At Genesis, the effort is to support and value academic achievement.
What we do is, in primary school, we follow PYP program, which is International Baccalaureate's Early Years program. And this program we especially like because it is based on inquiry methodology. And then we have from grade 6 to 12, we have one vertical of CBSE, where we go up to class 12. And then we have another vertical of international certification, where we follow University of Cambridge's IGCSE program in grade 9 and 10. And then in 2014, when my IGCSE batch will pass out, then we will start IBDP, International Baccalaureate Diploma program, which is for 11 and 12.
Also, sir, the name, it's called Genesis Global. How do you think you bring in internationalism in the scheme of things?
You see, what has happened is we have almost 30 Korean students, we have Thai students, we have Bhutan students from Bhutan, Nepal. So there is a good mix of international students in the school. However, we are also members of Round Square, which is an international body, and so the students get benefit of exchanges. We also have an international collaborator, that is Clifton College. So their teachers and principals and headmasters come here and conduct small workshops for the teachers. So all this brings in internationalism.
Well, I have to admit that the school is a real delight to be in with its beautiful display of colors and handiwork done by the students and teachers. So come, let's take a closer look at it.
Genesis, the students are engaged in a host of activities like art and craft, painting, dance and music.
I think that with the coming of CCE, the paradigm shift now is not on examination, but it is mostly on the formative assessment of the child, wherein a child is exposed to a variety of activities, and education in its true sense is now more activity oriented education.
So by now we know that the school has a brilliant infrastructure, but equally good are the boarding facilities. So now let's head to the girls and boys hostel.
Genesis offers state-of-the-art boarding facilities which include day school up to 6 in the evening, 5-day boarding and regular 7-day boarding options.
It's a diversity out here. And then we get to know about how people live in different areas. And then it's good that we try to follow their tradition and they try to follow ours.
Tell us, what is the kind of food you served here?
The food quality here is really amazing and I don't miss my mother's food.
Overall, how is the experience here?
It's good, you get to learn a lot, you get to discuss with your friends, so there's always advice with you. We have a library open for the boarders also till 8 o'clock, so we can go have, get a book, read it, so we never get bored.
They're groomed in such a way that they need to look after their own clothes, look after their own discipline, look after their own tutorials, subjects, their own games. So in a nutshell, they become a leader in themselves, who are ready to take on the world.
As a CSR initiative, the school has tied up with Apna Ghar Social Welfare Society to help its students engage with underprivileged children.
हमें इनके स्कूल में जाना अच्छा लगता है because हम लोग इनको नई चीज़ें सिखाते हैं, हम लोग इनकी हेल्प करते हैं। मन करता है कि यहाँ हम लोग आते हैं, मतलब हफ्ते में आते रहे, ये लोग भी हमारे स्कूल में आए।
For the primary school, it's Apna Ghar, and this is a school which is located in Sector 49, and this is basically for underprivileged kids. As far as sports is concerned, for like class 8, we have a project called Dosti, in which we get children from Sai Shiksha Sansthan, and we had a cricket match between their class 8 students and our class 8 students. And for the girls, we had badminton. So it's more of inclusion, and we do not make them feel that they are a separate team and we are separate.
Well, I may be trying my hands at fencing for the first time, but the kids here in Genesis Global are a pro at this and many other sports that are being offered in the school. So let's go find out more about those sports.
Genesis offers 21 different kinds of sports to its students, such as gymnastics, cricket, golf, horse riding, squash, swimming, fencing and many more.
We wanted to cover the entire school with a policy. The cornerstone of our sports policy is sports for all. And that can only happen if you have a lot of different sports so that lots of people can actually get an opportunity.
Well, school's over for the kids and they are now busy pursuing their hobbies, which only tells me that learning never stops at Genesis Global.